Yo guys, so what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. So before we actually jump into the video, which is going to be talking about skill-based matchmaking in Modern Warfare's beta, I'm going to talk to you guys a little about my thoughts on that because there was a video that came out recently that claims that skill-based matchmaking was in the beta. Now, I'm not going to deny that. I merely wanted to give my side of what I've heard in the past and what tests have done in the past via Drifter and stuff like that. So I want to talk about that, but first, we did get our teaser today for Operation 6 for Black Ops 4, and it looks like a Fortnite poster. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm kind of excited for the character customization, but I'm not expecting much. I'm thinking we're getting DLC 4, the zombies map, and I think we're getting 2 new maps, and, you know, from what was confirmed, but I don't think we're getting a lot of guns and, you know, a lot of crazy stuff because this is the final operation for Black Ops 4, and I just don't think we're going to get a ton. They're already working on the next Black Ops game, as we already saw from news in the past, that Sledgehammer Games and Raven Software's game was canceled, and you know, Treyarch had to come in and fix everything. So I don't think we're getting a lot with this operation. Hopefully I'm wrong, because it'd be cool if we went out with a bang, ton of weapons, a ton of stuff, but we'll definitely have to see about it. But Operation 6 is coming here very, very soon. But anyways, now with that said, let's talk about this. Now, this all started today. I actually took a nap, and well, this is interesting because I woke up from my nap and I saw everyone, literally everyone, talking about skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty Modern Warfare's beta, and I think I can agree that there was to some extent skill-based matchmaking. And there's a reason why, because every YouTuber and every person I talked to said that it was the sweatiest beta that they have ever played. And I think that we can all agree. Maybe some of you guys can also agree on this, because I felt it, Hollowpoint felt it when I played with him. He told me about it when we talked about it. And I think a lot of us, just in general, the general vibe was, holy hell, this game is sweaty as hell, and I'm not doing as great as I would in previous betas. And so that kind of was the mentality of it. I actually had that thought this morning because I was going to make a video talking about my general Modern Warfare beta experience. And, you know, that was going to be one of the points I brought up, was that it felt like it was super sweaty. And maybe it was just that people were camping a lot, because I think that's one of the bigger problems of the beta. But, you know, aside from that, you know, I wake up, everyone's talking about this, and it turns out that a YouTuber by the name of Sour, I think it's what is going by, maybe I'm wrong. I'll try to see if he has like a full name here. Sour Patch Adults. There we go. That's his full name. But he made a video and it's titled Modern Warfare Skill-Based Matchmaking in the Beta Anecdotal Discussion. Now, he basically said that he did a test, that he noticed that everyone was also sweating, and that, you know, everyone was having the same thing, complaining about the same thing. And he said that basically he decided to start reverse boosting. Not only did he just start killing himself over and over with a launcher, but he also started walking around, getting killed by people, shooting randomly to lower his accuracy, trying to make it seem legit, like he was just a really terrible player. And he said that by the 5th game of doing this, that everyone that he played with was mostly under level 10s, and not only that, but also that there was just a ton of bots everywhere. Now, for you guys that are wondering what a bot is, which I think we all know, internet culture knows, it's someone who's just not good. They walk around like if they were some kind of AI that doesn't pick up anything well, slow reaction and stuff like that. Now, I will say, it does seem compelling, because by the end of the gameplay that he shows off, he goes absolutely off. People look like they don't know what the hell they're doing. Reaction times are slow. People are kind of slow to turn and do everything. So I do think that to a certain extent he's right. There was some sort of skill-based matchmaking in the game. But I also don't think that this is like a definition of what Modern Warfare is going to be like. What do I mean by this? This is a beta. And then after a certain point, it was an open beta. You could play this beta whether you had PSN Plus or not, whether you pre-ordered or not, towards the weekend. And so you had a lot of people coming in and playing the beta. Let's face it, Modern Warfare is super hyped. A lot of people are very excited. Now, whether this beta killed that or not, we'll have to wait and see, because it does feel like it was super sweaty. A lot of people did not really have the best experience, especially because there was no minimap. I could go on and on about that. Maybe I'll do a separate video. But, you know, it wasn't exactly, in my opinion, the best experience that we could have had. If anything, me and Hollowpoint were a little bit worried that people would start losing hope in Modern Warfare because of the sweaty ass lobbies, because of the no mini-map. There was just no map awareness, the flow was weird, everyone was camping, and let's be honest, it wasn't the best experience. I still very much enjoyed the beta, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It didn't live up to what I experienced at the studio, and even the amount of fun that I had in the 2v2 gunfight mode alpha that they had. It wouldn't surprise me, you know, again, talking about this whole overarching thing that this is a beta, it wouldn't surprise me if Infinity Ward did in fact test some sort of extreme skill-based matchmaking, because they're trying to tweak everything. They're trying to make sure they test everything. They're trying to not only test our weapons balance, how are the spawns looking, which by the way, the spawns were absolutely terrible all weekend. That was another thing. Holy crap. The spawning in this mode or in this game was just bad in the beta. Like, you were spawning in on people killing you, so there's definitely a lot of work to be done. But with that said, you know, this wasn't like some random beta where they're just like testing just the weapons and, you know, anything like basic. They're testing a lot. You know, they're testing their servers to see how they handle the amount of traffic that they're getting, especially with an open weekend. Ton of people coming in to try it. It was a really good server test. They used it to get the ping going right, the latency going right, making sure that, you know, if there is skill-based matchmaking, which there probably is, let's be honest, every Call of Duty pretty much has had skill-based matchmaking to a certain extent. But I think that maybe it's possible that they were like, holy hell, let's just crank up that skill-based matchmaking all the way up, see what happens, do people enjoy it? And if it was a test of some extreme skill-based matchmaking, then I hope that they learned that people didn't like it. No one likes a extreme version of it. They don't want to be competing and sweating every single lobby. You know, that's what ranked playlists is for, and I think a lot of YouTubers are of the same opinion, that if you want to play competitive, super sweaty games, objective-filled games, where it's like coming down to the wire, everyone's really good, you play ranked. You don't play that in casual, because when you're playing casual, you're just trying to have fun with your friends. Occasionally, you'll run into a game that's very sweaty, and fine, that's when you try to prove that you and your team is better than the other team. You know, every once in a while, it's fine, but every single game consistently being that sweaty definitely needs to get tweaked. Now, it could be one of two things, like I said. It could have been that they were testing the extreme to see what happens, or it could be that their skill-based matchmaking is a little off. Let's face it, their spawns were whack, not having the mini-map was kind of whack. There was a lot of stuff that was kind of glitchy and stuff as well. You know, it was not a super clean beta. It did end up being fun still for me, but again, it could be that their skill-based matchmaking is just not where they wanted it to be at, and it just kind of happened to be what we experienced. So, the only thing that I really doubted in the video was that the level of reverse boosting it did was enough, because the reverse boosting that started in Advanced Warfare, people would just kill themselves over and over with C4s so that they could get lower KDs and then they'd play in easier lobbies. Let's face it, we all tried it. Let's not try to be saints here. We all tried it, and I feel like for the majority of it, we all noticed that, yes, you got into super easy lobbies when you would do it, and maybe it was a placebo effect. Drifter thinks that it wasn't a real thing in Advanced Warfare. I think it was. I think that it was, and if it was a placebo effect, let's keep doing it because it'll help us get better. It won't make us think we're better than we are. But, you know, ever since then, I don't think that any of the studios was like, we'll just let them keep doing that. No, a lot of people and a lot of people at the studios noticed that people were doing that, and they probably have a very advanced algorithm that detects when people are purposely killing themselves over and over with rocket launchers, and sure, getting killed every once in a while and getting kills and you know, shooting randomly is going to help out to try to fake it. But I mean, if the majority of your deaths are just from launcher kills, I just don't think that's enough of a sample size for the game to be like, this guy is trash. You know, even just 5 games of someone walking around getting melted, not killing themselves with launchers, I don't feel like that's a big enough sample size for the game to go, holy crap, this guy's getting absolutely wrecked. We need to put him in a new easy lobby. From what I understand from what Drifter learned in the past, there are certain skill-based matchmakings that they have in the game. One of them is where you have a new Call of Duty account and it pairs you up against other accounts that are lower level. It's just the way that Call of Duties go. They don't want you playing against prestigious, against people that have everything unlocked. They want you to play against other similarly leveled people so that your experience is not as weird. Okay, you're not getting dominated by stuff that you get at level 55, etc. The other version that he said that was available, and apparently this was in Call of Duty World War II, was if you legit were getting wrecked 4 or 5 games in a row and the game could detect that you weren't reverse boosting, then it would probably put you in an easier lobby just so that you felt like you were okay again. They didn't want people rage quitting, and you know, they didn't want them stopping their session and quitting the game and, you know, not playing that day anymore because they got dominated and destroyed for 5 games in a row. Apparently, that was the thing they would do, where if you were getting destroyed, legit, they would put you in some easier lobbies just so you wouldn't straight up quit and not play the game anymore. So those are the only 2 versions that I've seen. But again, this beta could have been a massive test of like the extreme, or it could have been that just maybe their skill-based matchmaking is a little broken right now. It could be that. So we'll definitely see about that. I am always of the opinion that we do not need extreme skill-based matchmaking. Let us have fun, but it should just be a pool. We shouldn't be playing every single lobby like we're at, you know, CWL championships where we're, you know, $1 million are on the line. It's just not going to make for a fun experience for anyone, not even the really bad players. You know, a lot of us got wrecked in previous Call of Duty games. It's how we got better. It's how we learned to play better, because we kept getting constantly crapped on. Okay? And that reminds me, what's the point of putting in a game-ending nuke when you're going to be playing against, you know, MLG pros every single game? It's just not going to work. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on the video, guys. It's super appreciated and incredibly helpful. If you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more videos like these, I'm going to have a lot more coming. So make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications on so you don't miss a single upload here on the channel. And last but not least, if you guys want to talk about anything, Twitter, best place to talk. Constantly talking over there. Go ahead and give me a follow at OGXRAYZ, link down below. You guys have an awesome day. Take care. I'm out. Peace.